All right, hold on, everyone. Hello, welcome to podcast number 8. Number 8. I can't believe it. Kind of. I still can't believe it every time when we think about the number because even 8. Like honestly, bro, I'm proud of us. 8. Like we've made 8. We secretly, for those who don't know, we've made way more than 8.
Dude, we've made a lot. Yeah.
But it's still something like, like we're on our way up podcast content creation mountain, and it's something to be proud about. So I'm proud about this.
No, I'm stoked. I mean, just the stats say that, we're already a rags to riches story as it is.
Exactly.
Which feels good.
Yeah.
Feels really good.
Both of us, we wouldn't have to work another day in our life already with the first 7 under our belt. You know what I mean? So
now I'm just going for Bezos money.
Exactly.
I'm being greedy, baby.
Exactly. I'm looking at Musk. I'm looking at Zuck. I'm looking at Bezos. I want what they want. You know what I mean? So
exactly. I want what they have.
Yeah, 100%, dude. So tell me, it seems like from afar you've had a very busy week this week.
Yeah, dude. It has been just been getting busier, which is really good. But sometimes you need a.
Is it more work-related busyness too?
Just kind of all of the above, dude. Just work stuff, family stuff, content stuff, music stuff. Just like every day was on go mode from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, you know. But it's good. I'm never going to complain about being busy. I'm never going to complain about having enough stuff to do because I'd rather that than being bored,
Yeah, no, 100%. No, it's a great feeling to be in the middle of being kind of overwhelmed with a lot of things that you want to do, right? It's like you don't really have to do any of these things, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to go to work, but other than that, like the music, content creation, podcasting, like you could technically not have to do it, but you choose to do it. And so
exactly.
It makes life much more fulfilling that way. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
For sure.
Any fun moments? Any fun things that you ate? Anything memorable in the last week? We only get 52 of them in a year. We only get 52
for sure.
of them.
I definitely played some of the best pickleball I've ever played.
Wow, okay.
This week, for sure. And that's always rewarding. Just when you have a hobby.
Are there any specific shots you remember getting off where you were like, oh my God? Or was it any like volleys where you
couple
ATPs
around the post and a couple body bags that are, were good. Couple good drives.
What does the body bag term mean?
Hitting it into the person so they don't hit it.
Yeah.
Hits them off the body, right? So
I love that.
Oh, it's the fucking best. Dude.
Oh, it's the best, dude.
It's the
Especially when you have like a little tension with the person and you just ding them right in the throat or something where it's just in the shoulder area where they have to like chicken wing to get it anyway.
Exactly.
So they look all awkward trying to get it.
That's why I absolutely love playing with guys that I know because it's like all bets are off. Like we're going for it. Playing with strangers, even if I don't like them, even if we're just not getting along, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to go out of my way to, ruin their day of pickleball. It's just not my speed. That's why I love playing with guys that I know because it's just 100% all the time.
You can be way more menacing, and it's
exactly.
What it is. Yeah.
What about you? How's your week been? I mean, for those that are listening, I know it doesn't matter to you, but we're actually recording this on a beautiful Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really has been a full week. My week was really interesting in a lot of different ways, just because, like you, I'm very busy all day, like literally all day. Like I typically like to cut myself off from working past 8 p.m. only because I start my days pretty early. But the reason why is because I like to be asleep by 10 o'clock or going to bed. And I've found that if I'm on my computer editing content past 8, like I can do it, but once I get closer to 9, like I need to be off the computer so I can give enough time for my brain to like slow down.
You need like a solid 2 hours for your brain to actually like start chilling out, I think.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know what this actual science is on it.
It's something like that, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they would even say that you want to mitigate blue light exposure from screens earlier than that. But for me, it's whatever that time is. It's like around 2 hours before I go to bed, I need to start like dialing it back. So honestly, because I make a lot of anime content on one of my anime profiles, and this was a huge week, like I kind of previously mentioned last week. Gear 5 debuted, which is Luffy, who's the main character of a show called One Piece, which is the highest-selling graphic novel created by a single author of all time. So it's a very, 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 very popular franchise and show. they came out with a new transformation of their main character. So it was a big fucking deal, and everyone had a hot take on it, just like I would have expected. And so I had to, make some content regarding that, and then also just, working and then going to the gym and doing all of the above. Next thing you know, it's Saturday, right? It's like these weeks happen so fast when you stay busy all day doing different things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it was just a very fulfilling week with a lot of different shit. It felt long, but like in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we didn't really, I don't know if we touched on it much, but we did get a new Travis Scott album. Have you been listening to that at all?
Yeah, we did, bro.
Yeah, we didn't. That's the crazy thing to say. Like, Travis Scott, one of the biggest artists of our generation, and like, haven't really talked about it much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's telling within itself.
For sure.
But you go first. Have you listened to it?
What are your thoughts a bit. Like, I really gave it a solid college try. Like,
more than one playthrough.
Oh, like I'm at 6 or 7 now. It's definitely not bad, right? Like when you're just dealing with that much money and that much, that many hands in the pot, the quality of the music's going to be phenomenal. But I will say that I've heard every single one of these songs before. There was nothing on this album that was new. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I would say this. My personal experience, I got about more than halfway through it, and I just stopped listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I can see why.
And it's not because I thought it was bad. It's more so it wasn't grabbing me anywhere along the way. And I just got kind of bored. And I was like, I'd rather listen to something else that I like to listen to more. And I have an intention to listen to it in its entirety, but it just didn't grab me.
It didn't speak to you enough.
No, in the first, whatever it was, 60% of the songs, he didn't give me enough of like a hook with like a certain couple songs to give me like the confidence to finish it in my personal. So I just haven't really listened to it at all. So I'm not going to call it Midtopia, but it just didn't grab me so far. And so I haven't even really listened to it at all.
Yeah. It's not even ranking. I mean, it might be his worst project, to be honest.
And that is okay. There's nothing
for sure.
wrong
There's
with
going to
it
be one, right?
I mean, I like honestly like from Days Before Rodeo. Obviously, you have Al Farrell too.
Yeah.
But for me, I started on Days Before Rodeo. So Days Before Rodeo through Astroworld for me, I love that whole run. Like I love every album. I like it a lot. I have favorites over other pieces, but like as a whole, that run for me, Days Before to Astro, I'm very, very content. Very content.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with really anything. To be honest, as good as the music is, I do feel like it kind of has been going like this for a long time. Like, that's also kind of the way I view all artists. Is like Days Before Rodeo was so fresh and so new. I loved Al Farrell, but it was very rough, which is cool. Days Before Rodeo for me is like God tier. Like it's like an absolute classic. Rodeo is amazing, but it's just slightly less. Birds in the Trap is like a fucking amazing album, but like just a little less. And then Astroworld is like obviously very, very good. But if you were to lay out the track list, there's way more bangers on the other albums,
I'll say this. Damn it, I'm really trying to unpack what you just said. Because here's the thing. On Days Before Rodeo, Travis Scott has some songs on there that feel like remember when we were at Coachella and we saw Travis Scott perform live, and what did he come out to? Skyfall?
I believe so. It was either that or Drugs You Should Try It.
Yeah. And I think it might have been Skyfall, but I don't know. I forget what it was. But I will say, I don't get it twisted. I love Birds in the Trap Sing Night, and I love Astroworld. But there are some songs on Days Before Rodeo where you're like it's like, wait, what is going on? Like,
that's what I heard that shit,
bro. And when you hear that shit in concert at like peak production level of like experience, you're like, okay, Skyfall's never the same, bro. That song is ridiculous.
Do you remember how gnarly that was? What, Coachella 2018, 2017? Mm-hmm. he had that big ass giant bird. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude,
The giant bird.
I'm not getting chills right now. Like no joke.
Yeah, that shit was sick, dude. That was.
And it was funny
Because I remember you called it. You said what song he was going to come out to, and we were all waiting there. And then he comes out to that song, and that was my first time I really experienced a mosh pit of that magnitude. And we were like, "Oh my god!" it's just like,
dude, it's funny you say that because when I think about that, that was the time that year alone we went to Coachella. We saw Playboy Cardi in LA here. I feel like we went to another concert too, but that was the time where I was like, oh, I'm like kind of older than most of the people here.
Yes.
I'm only 24.
Yeah, you're right. It was 2017, so I was 23.
I would have been 20.
No, you were 23 turning 24, and I was 22 turning 23.
Coachella of 2017, I would have been 23.
You're so
And I
right.
was like, and I remember like, you, me, Alex, I was like, we're way bigger than most of the people here.
Oh my god.
Because unfortunately, we have 7 or 8 years on the average, spectator here. Like, dude, when we went and saw Playboy Cardi in 2017, we were like old, and we were only 23.
Yeah.
Like, compared to the kids there, we were old, bro.
Yeah. It looked like we were old, and we were like fed like different food our whole lives.
Yeah. We were a different species, bro, because like, when you and Alex and me moshing with those kids, like, you could tell they were like, we don't want any of this.
They're like, no. Yeah. And man, honestly, those mosh pits at that Coachella with the Uzi Vert.
Oh
moshes,
my god,
that was ridiculous. Oh man. Yeah, but to what you were saying though, I see what you mean. I don't know. I'd have to look at them each in their entireties and like really lay it out. But yeah, I could see what you mean by that. I wouldn't be mad that if you said it kind of went like that with his. And
it's not bad. It's not like it's a roller coaster ride. It's
9.5, 9.1, 8.9,
exactly
8.7. It's not exactly. None of them are C's. None
of them are C's. It's just A+, A-.
Yeah,
like they're very good.
Yeah, I could totally empathize with that for sure. Well, on the docket today, we are going to do a tier list for y'all. All right, and to determine what tier list we're going to do a spinner wheel as well. So we're going to let fate decide what tier list we're going to make, and we're just going to wing it from there. So y'all watching the long form, have fun watching that. And then I have a TikTok to show Preston that it didn't blow my mind because there's so many crazy mofos out here today in this world. But the fact that this was just caught on camera and this man is doing this in public, it's just like, damn, bro, we have a problem. We just have a problem in our society.
Juicy. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, no, we just do. We just do, man.
So the reason why we are doing the spinner is because the last time we did a tier list, we got a lot of really, really good feedback, and we got a few recommendations. And so we kind of picked out our favorites, and we're going to let fate decide. So if we picked yours, you're today's lucky winner.
Exactly. So I guess we'll start with the TikTok just to get it out of the way. It's not going to be long. Oh man.
We really do save this. Like, this is not like, I'll post a screenshot of, you texting me or messaging me saying, do not watch this until we record.
Yeah.
Like, this is legit.
Yeah, it's so legit. And honestly, because like when I find something that I want to show Preston, selfishly, I want to like watch his reaction in real time, especially on the podcast. So, okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the first subtitle.
All right, it's about 1 minute and 37 seconds, people. Buckle up.
Okay, we have to find this guy. He is in Burbank, California. You're not going to believe what he was caught on camera doing. And there's actually more to the story, but let me show you this video first, and then I'll come back.
I was in this corner for a while, and I noticed a guy was staring at me through that little hole. And I couldn't tell if I was being paranoid or if he was just reading a book and he just happened to be in that little corner. Anyways, it felt like anywhere I moved, he kept following me. So I recorded just in case he was trying to say anything or do anything to me. But I definitely didn't expect him to do this. Like, what the actual... And the whole time I'm thinking I'm fine because he hasn't said anything or touched me or anything. But then you notice that he goes over and does the same thing to this girl. And he'll crouch down low and pretend like he's doing something and then smell? I don't know. And the whole time I'm wondering why he's always around me. But this was our interaction.
Not only that, but this guy's been charged for breaking into women's homes in the middle of the night. Tizzy did a great job breaking down everything this guy is wanted for. Here is a picture of him.
She identified him through his earlobes and his face tattoo.
What's frustrating is the headlines that this woman is getting.
Reading the comments on my last video has really made me sick, honestly.
I've tagged her in this video because she provides several updates. But according to what I can find out, this guy is on the loose in Burbank, California. So be on the lookout for this guy and go support this lady. Show her some love because some of you aren't being very nice to her at all.
Some of you aren't being very nice to her at all.
What a weird way to end that.
Yeah. So you know what's funny, dude, is... Okay, this is insane. The first half, I was like, nah, this shit's fake. This is definitely fake. But then when they showed the mugshot, I was like... The skeptic in my head was like, someone needs to... This video started, someone needs to find this guy. So I didn't think he had been identified. But since that Tizzy guy, I actually love his stuff. So if he found him, it's probably legit. Here's what I'm going to say. This is so simple. This dude needs to be found and taken out back and shot. There's no other way. Like, this dude's already been... He's already been charged breaking and entering. He's already been through the system before. He's out here sniffing women in a bookstore. Bro, decapitation, not even close. Scaphism for you, bro. Like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. This feels like the rumblings of, like, he was caught sniffing women at Barnes & Noble. 3 years later, he had killed 4 women and them and had their bodies thrown into the woods. Like, it's like, it feels like that's
exactly
where this evolves to.
We're
right?
only in chapter 2. First, it was breaking in. Then it was smelling them in a bookstore. Chapter 3 is
following them into, like, probably...
Yes, chapter 3 is stalking. Chapter 4 is obviously murder. Chapter 5 is serial murder. Like, we just need to kill him now. Like, I'm sorry. There's too much going on to be worrying about this. You're done, dude.
Yeah, and I would say, dude, like, it's fun. It's all fun and games when we watch this on a video computer, right? But imagine if that was your wife. Imagine if that was your sister, your mom, your girlfriend, whoever, whatever female that is important to you in your life. And that dude, that guy's tall. He looks like he's like 6'2". Like he has stature to him, and he's just crawling, swooping down low on his knees, and like, what, bro? In public,
not okay,
dude,
that's
you're
okay.
nuts. Like, you're not. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but for you to get here and do that in public, you are so out
There's
of
no
sorts.
coming back.
Like, you're just. Yeah, is there a way to come back? I don't know. I don't think there is.
This dude's never going to be normal. With ears like that, unfortunately.
And you know what? It's like we always say, I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad that he is that lost in the sauce that he's ruined his life based on these decisions. And I'm sure things have happened to him, but things happen to all of us. And there's no excuse. And you need to be held accountable for being a fucking weirdo. You have to. Because I want to live in a society where I feel like I can say to my girlfriend, yeah, you're going to Barnes & Noble, chill, and not have to worry that some man is going to be sticking his head up her skirt while she's looking at books. Like, that's, dude.
Even hearing you say that just sounds so wrong.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what?
If this guy had a Netflix documentary, you know the first half hour is a montage of him getting bullied for his ears.
Oh, yeah, he probably, who knows what kind of childhood he had, you know? But it happened, and I'm sorry that it happened, because apparently it didn't turn out good.
No.
And now he's on the streets affecting random people, and he has to stop.
I really did think it was fake at first, because I was like, how do you not, like, you're
I know,
looking at
right? In the beginning, I was like, this is, like, weird.
Yeah, like, you're looking
But then at the end,
camera.
I'm like, it looks like it was legit. Like, it's just, maybe he was really following her around for that long. Like, that even makes it weirder, actually. So he's so unaware that, like, he sees her prop her phone up against a bookcase, and he's just in the hunt of sticking his head up.
Damn,
her
you were about
fucking
to go
ass.
feral right there for a
Yeah,
second.
bro. Like, for real. Just, oh, man. God damn, brother. Damn. I'm sorry for him. But also, dude, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.
It would be one of those things where It's like the dog's really old. Like you don't want to do it. Like you understand that he's definitely doing
Yeah.
this because of some deep-seated trauma.
You got him from the pound. He was always anxious ever since you got him from the pound, but it's
Yeah.
just
But
he bit your
unfortunately-
kid. He bit your kid in the face. and
Exactly.
so-
Exactly. Like as much as I want to have compassion for the life you lived before I adopted you, you got to be euthanized, bro.
yeah, it's like
Sorry, dude.
Sorry,
That's
dude.
only
Go ahead and respawn in someone else's body and give it another go in this life, and hopefully you don't, walk.
Good
down
luck.
that path.
And to the girl that it's happening to, I'm super sorry people are being mean to you on the internet. Unfortunately, it's just how the internet is. Never upload a video of yourself crying ever again.
Yeah, and I would say this: stop looking at the comments.
For sure.
I'm telling you right now, dude, just don't look at the comments, because I guarantee you in those comment sections, people are being mean to you. But I guarantee you people are also defending you in there. There's no way they're
for
not.
sure.
So it's like,
For sure.
stop looking at the comments. They don't know you. Anyone who gets any negative attention on social media and the people that are commenting on it are like adding to an event that they have no intel on, it's like, dude, they don't matter. Like, they're just talking shit because people have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Tune them out.
If you end up getting stalked in a Barnes and Nobles and essentially sexually assaulted, and you want to make your day worse, go read the comments.
Exactly.
Go read the comments. If you weren't in enough pain, go read the comments.
Yeah, go read the comments. And
Then
just-
make a video of yourself crying, upload it, and then read those comments.
Oh, yeah, read those comments. Because the people who didn't like you on the last video,
you sold
just-
them.
yeah.
You definitely changed their mind for sure.
They come through and they force multiply and just, and then they get even meaner on that one. So
Yeah. Oh man,
that is so ridiculous.
that's going to be studied. Like I would love to see the mental health effects of uploading to social media, and then see how much gnarlier it gets when you upload a video of yourself crying in reaction to the mean comments.
Right? It's like, because I thought about it. Like, okay, let's say shit hit the fan and a video of you completely got misunderstood by a good portion of people. And the people that already didn't like you are like coming at your throat. But the people that actually like you, they're going to always want to hear you out and like want to like you still. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you handle that as an individual, right? It's like, damn, it's just going wild on the internet. There's all these people who don't know you that are just really misunderstanding what you meant in this one sentence. And you're just like, what's going on, bro? It's not even the right context.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing is like when you see videos of people now, I think that you and I kind of got lucky in the sense that like I got on MySpace in like probably 8th grade.
Yeah, 2000. For me, it was like 2000. It was 6th grade for me. So 2006, 2005.
Yeah, that probably would have been about the because I graduated high school 2011. So like all of the dumbest or worst shit I've ever put on the internet was after the age of 13. You know what I mean? Like there's people that are like like I love there's nothing I love more than clips of like little kids cussing or saying like just the worst shit on the internet. Like have you seen the she has done the farting on my dick? Have you seen that?
No.
Dude, this guy this is let me
I hate that sentence, though.
dude.
I hate that sentence.
Dude. The genre of content that is little kids being like extremely disrespectful is it is my absolute favorite internet content. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we got derailed because
No, it's good. It's good.
it's just like that is my absolute favorite content. Like, okay, let me see if I can share this.
Yeah, I remember I used to post some pretty cringe stuff on MySpace,
Oh.
I think, as a kid.
You know what's funny is I don't even remember posting any media on MySpace. I feel like it was just a
You
picture of
posted
me.
bulletins. You could post
Exactly.
photos and bulletins, I think, and you could comment on someone else's profile.
Oh my god! If I could find my MySpace profile, I would be so disgusted and probably not that anything I did was like bad or like racist or anything. Just like the amount of cringe of me probably talking to girls on there. All right, dude,
I found my MySpace. Let's see.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
That says "uh-oh" when they go there.
Yeah. Let me share this with you because
And so MySpace like exists, but also doesn't exist.
can you see this,
Yes.
dude?
She has done the farting on my dick. She shitted.
I don't even know what to say about that video, bro.
Oh, that's my favorite genre of content. I have so many videos.
That video must have popped up on you. I'd like where it just caught you off guard when you first watched it, and you probably were just taken aback.
Bro, I had the amount of memes and videos I could reference of little kids just saying the most heinous shit it's my favorite pastime. Like, that is my favorite, because you know why? I know for a fact that when that kid grows up, he's going to be like, oh my God, that was so dumb. But also, it wasn't that bad. You know, like, this kid's not going to lose his job for that. He's like 6.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll
and I
totally
think it's just interesting, maybe even in kind of a bad way, just seeing what giving a 7-year-old access to the internet does, you know? Like,
yes, it definitely, yeah, because like the internet is one, it's more built out than it was definitely when we were that age, but then it's also in their hands. Like, it's like, damn, bro, like, yeah. If I wanted to look at inappropriate things as a young child, whether it was porn or whatever, when I was 12, 13 years old, like, I had to like sneak onto my parents' desktop. It was a fucking mission. It was like incredibly anxious. It was so much anxiety.
It felt way more devious.
Oh my God. It felt so devious. I would like make sure to delete the history. Like, I tried to cover all my tracks. It was so intense. And then now you could just have a kid scrolling on Twitter where the algorithm is sending him just OnlyFans girls, you know. Just,
Twitter's even crazier because it's just completely uncensored all the time.
Yeah, and it just gets thrown into your feed. It's like normal. Oh, this girl just jiggling her tits in my face, and I'm 7 or 10 years old. like there's no way I'm not clicking on that. And learning more.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not playing that video on loop.
Yeah, and then you go to the comments, and then you see all of the other, like, sex content creators, like, in the comments, come look at my link, come to my page, or whatever, like, you know, just kind of baiting for traffic, as they should, right? And
nowadays, dude, like, I feel like when we were kids, those were all fake. Like,
yes.
All those, now they're real. Now they're, like, very real.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very real. They're real because the money got real. Like, now it's like, damn, it makes sense to really advertise yourself like that if you have an OnlyFans, or to have like at least an agency that is creating content that is trying to get people to come onto your you know, your OF or whatever it is. It makes sense. Alrighty, so let's take a look at our spinner wheel. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Boom. Share.
Ladies and germs.
Exactly. All right, so we have our 3 choices here. We have 1, a Drake album tier list. He has quite a few albums. Sounds like it might be a pretty interesting conversation, honestly. Number 2, the game console tier list. We all grew up on certain consoles, and we all have our own preferences. So I'd be kind of actually curious to talk to Preston about this one. That could be fun. And then a Cartoon Network. Is it a show or character tier list?
Show. And it's only like late 90s, early 2000s ones.
Okay,
it's like
so our era, the golden era of Cartoon Network.
Correct.
That's how I like to think of it, at least. Alrighty, so should we do this? We can do this spinner in one of 2 ways. 1, wherever it lands on first, that's the truth, or we spin until there's only 1 left.
Oh. Should we make a spinner to decide how we spin? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's do... No, there's only 3. First one's the winner.
Okay, let's go.
Traditional spin.
Woo!
Let's go. I'm excited.
Let's see what we got.
As you were giving the descriptions, one of them I wanted more than the other.
Wow, the game console. Okay. All right. That works. So that definitely works. Okay.
This is where you really see what like 1 to 2 years difference in age does for your childhood.
Oh, without a doubt. Couldn't agree more. And your influences that you had around you as a child. Yeah. Like, you know, you technically had an older brother, you know?
Sort of, yeah.
Like, I didn't have that. So it was more so whatever my parents, who just were, like, they didn't know. Like, you know.
Are you talking about my actual older brother or my uncle?
Your uncle. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
like as an older brother figure that's saying, "Hey, Preston,
Yeah.
do this, watch this,
Oh, for sure.
play this, dude." Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you that to understand what we're saying, my mom has a brother that's 12 years younger, and my mom was only 22 when I was born. So my uncle's only 10 years older than me. So, like, you know, he was always like the cool teenager that was like putting me on to
Exactly. Yeah.
anime and video games and
Yeah, because by the time that you're a teenager, he's like in his early 20s, so he's probably like
Exactly.
the coolest person around town to you.
oh,
at
for
that
sure.
time.
To me, for
Yeah.
sure.
No doubt about it. All right, so we got the tier list up. It's a pretty straightforward one, so this one will be pretty smooth. We have our 5 tiers. The top one being legendary, then amazing, decent, barely even a console, then D, just because means it's probably just
Yeah,
trash.
they just didn't even give
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we didn't make this tier list. There's a place called Tier Maker, and you can find any tier list for anyone, so or anything and anything. So go check it out if you want. But yeah, I guess let's just dive into it. Should we work our way? Let's start from here. Let's start. No,
Okay.
let's start from here. Okay,
Start from-
or from here. You
Let's
wanna
start top left. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that's the Xbox that was after the 360
Xbox One.
That's Xbox One. That's Xbox One for sure.
I'm gonna give that a. It's been between barely a console and decent for me,
Really? Okay.
dude. The reason being is this is past the heydays of Halo. This is past the heyday of Gears of War. Xbox had no good exclusives. They still kind of don't. Let's be honest. What were you playing on the Xbox One?
You're right. You know what? I would agree with you. The time that when this came out was when
We were playing PS4.
I was on PlayStation. I was. I had switched. I became a PlayStation main. So yeah, no, for sure. I would.
Barely a console. What game did they have that we don't that PlayStation didn't? Forza, I guess.
Right, I guess.
And they use what the whole claim to fame is that this one was used in fucking Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, let's put this one here. Xbox One. Yeah, I don't have any romantic, nostalgic memories to defend it. None to come to mind. Okay, the Wii U. So this is like the second Wii.
Yeah.
So I would say it's decent. That's how I
only know I only know like one person that was like actually gaming on the Wii U, and other than Super Smash Bros, which would have been what, Brawl.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are playing on this console. For me, it's barely a console or below. If it's decent to you, I'm willing to give you that.
Yeah,
because we
I
gave
guess the
Xbox
only thing
One.
I was played was Super Smash Brothers Brawl. That was the
That's
only
what I'm
thing I
saying.
played on here.
Which Super Smash Bros. Brawl was also out on the original Wii. Remember, like that wasn't a
it wasn't
that
a
game
Wii U
didn't come out with
exclusive.
this.
The Wii U is literally forgettable. I would agree with you. It's
Correct.
barely even a console. Then the next one is at what PlayStation
I think that's
is that?
PS3.
3?
Is it like rounded?
Yeah, it looks. That's the 3. That's the 2. That's the
3.
5.
That's 2. 5. 4 is in between the
4
is next to the
yeah,
Wii,
yeah,
and then
that's
the
4,
PS
that's 4.
ones. Yeah, yeah.
4. PS3.
PS3. I'm gonna go decent.
I would agree. I would put it at decent as well. I would. The Switch. I think this is the first one in our legendary tier. Honestly.
You're going legendary?
For sure. I think the Switch absolutely is an iconic. I think it might be the highest selling console out of all of the new gen ones. Not even close. One, it's been out for a while, but two, just the ability to really drop that thing on and off that dock, to pull it up
Yeah.
onto any monitor. Nintendo, the IPs they have are insane, right? It's like, it's so niche. It's like Mario, Pokemon, that whole fucking world. That's what it has. But I would say, from my personal experience using the Switch, oh man, it's
I'm
legendary.
gonna go legendary for sure. I'm gonna agree with you, but I will say my first sort of reaction was high on the amazing, only because we haven't gotten a ton of like AAA games. Like, there's not a ton of huge titles that have come out for the Switch, like for how long it's been around, right? Like almost.
The thing is this though, if you consider Pokemon, then yes, and then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, bro.
Yeah. The thing is you have to also consider the drift. I've had to buy 7 pairs of Joy-Cons.
Yeah. I mean, that does suck about that. They do get jammed so easy.
Like, so easy.
Yeah.
But I will say, from a party game perspective, like, literally everyone can play it. I've played it with my grandma. I've played it with my wife. I've played it with my boys. Like, I'm down to go Legendary. That's fair. I think that's our first S tier.
I would put it S tier. I would. The Xbox, dude.
Dude, the OG Xbox. God. Here's what I'm gonna say. It absolutely was revolutionary.
Changed my life as a kid.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This was the first console that had like kind of an operating system on it, right? Like the PS2 had sort of, but once you put the game in for the PS2, it would start.
Yes.
Xbox, you could put the game in, but
you had the
like,
menu.
Exactly.
It was like the big green orb. It like looked
exactly.
like you were like inside
It was
of,
like you're in the Matrix.
You're
in the Matrix.
The Matrix. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say Legendary only because it's the first of its kind, and it like, I mean, dude, what were we playing on Xbox? I was playing
Halo.
Serious Sam, Halo,
Halo
NFL
2.
Blitz.
Yeah, NFL Blitz for sure. All like those early, because this is where it gets interesting too, because like Xbox and PS2, a lot of games were on both consoles, right? Whether it was like Madden or if it was like any of the NBA Live
The
or
sports
2Ks,
games, yes.
Sports games were always split. I would say in that, and that's, I mean, for me in my journey, like I had an N64, then I had a GameCube, then I had an Xbox, then I had a PS2. That was like my trajectory. So I had
you
the
got
Xbox.
all of those before PS2?
Yeah,
No
N64.
chance you had
I had-
GameCube before PS2?
My parents, for some reason, my parents thought that Nintendo was like the better brand for kids. Like
It is.
It was more safe for kids.
No, they're
And so-
right.
Yeah,
They're for sure right.
Yeah, so they bought me the N64 in the late 90s, and then when the GameCube dropped, they bought me that. And so I was chilling, but then I started getting serious FOMO when my friends Garrett and Slater were playing Halo on Xbox. And then it was Halo got me to buy the Xbox. And then my cousin Asai had a PS2, and there was a bunch of games on there that I wanted to play too. So then that's like, it was like Xbox, and then like a year or two later, then PS2, and then I had both, and I would play both all the time.
That's so crazy because for me, Xbox, my uncle had the Xbox, Thomas had the Xbox, and like my dad had a PS2. Like for me, PS2 was like actually no, PS1. Yeah. That's interesting that you had GameCube before PS2. I could be totally just like remembering it incorrectly, but that seems backwards. But
Yeah, I mean, it might have been. I was definitely late to the PS2 party.
I'm gonna go Legendary, and like looking at these consoles, I don't want to just like stack our Legendary tier, but it is hard to argue with like the birth of Halo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it was such a wonderful time to be alive, and like you said, the operating software within it. I remember you could play CDs in there, and if you played the CD and you like held the triggers, it would like zoom into this light orb and be like a light show.
Oh yeah, it had the visualizer.
Yeah, it had like the visualizer while you're listening to music and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Legendary especially because it's the first of its kind.
Yeah, dude, I remember being a little kid, and I mean, so growing up, like I didn't have any older brothers or nothing like that, and so I played basketball all the time. So that was like kind of my influence was like basketball culture a lot. And so I was listening to like mainly a shit ton of like 50 Cent and Ludacris as like a little boy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ludacris, 50 Cent, Usher, and I remember just playing it in my Xbox and like dancing around in my game room and stuff just by myself.
Thinking you were fucking Stephen Marbury.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Literally thinking I was Stephon Marbury or Allen Iverson, dude. It was so crazy.
I did a project like in like probably 4th or 5th grade, and you had to make a magazine of all your favorite stuff, and mine was Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant.
No way.
Yeah,
that's fucking
I could probably my mom probably has it somewhere.
I know obviously NBA superstars today are very relevant, but I swear to God, man, the fact that our childhood was built around Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, young LeBron James, like, oh, dude, like, I don't think kids will ever know what it was like to like just turn on the TV and it was Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, T-Mac, Vince Carter. Like, it was just such a
Vince
vibe.
Carter?
It
Oh
was
my
such
God,
a vibe, dude.
Yeah, it's weird because there's definitely more superstars now. Like
Yeah.
when you consider that almost every team has like a mega star.
Yeah.
Back then, bro, like You see Stephen Marbury on the cover of NBA Ballers.
Yeah.
Like, it's
NBA
over, bro.
ballers. Oh my
Bro.
god, yeah.
Oh my god.
That
Okay.
game was so crazy, bro. You would play at the NBA players' like houses. Like that was the
Well,
arena.
no, remember you would start at Rucker Park?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you did the story mode was called Rags to Riches.
Yes, rags to riches. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we'll get there when we get to PS2 because that console has so much stuff. But what's next on our list here?
The next one is the GameCube.
I'm gonna cause a lot of issue here, but I'm gonna go decent for GameCube for me personally. Aside from like Pikmin and like Luigi's Mansion, for me, I don't really have any super fond memories. I didn't really play a lot of the Zeldas that came out around that time. I was an N64 Zelda kid because of Thomas. It's this GameCube kind of just.
I would say for me, I would put it amazing. Reason being would be one, the Zelda game. I think it was Zelda Windbreaker. It was like the more cartoony Zelda. And then there was Super Smash Brothers Melee, which literally Super Smash Brothers, the first one, that was obviously a hit on the 64 cult classic, but Melee is what like really created like
for
a
sure.
competitive scene for Super
sure,
Smash.
for sure.
Like, it was so iconic.
People even mod the games. I think they call it Project M, right? Which
Yeah,
is like
I think
they
I think people are still playing Melee to this day.
Yeah,
like,
they match the
competitively.
physics of Melee.
Yeah, that game was so sick.
I'll concede on this one. We'll go amazing, just because I didn't have a GameCube. Everyone I knew that had a GameCube, like mostly girls had GameCubes, so I was like,
Really, I had a black GameCube. Yeah, man.
No,
And
my
the
cousin Lindsay
CDs
had a
were
purple
so
GameCube.
small too. They were like this big. It was
Yeah.
such an interesting experience.
you know what's missing from this list, especially if the Switch is. There's no handhelds. PSP, Game Boy, PS Vita.
Yeah, they're going more like true console, huh?
Well, but there's a DS.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because they have two. Is that two DSs? That's like the 3DS.
Yeah, I
And the
think
normal
that is.
flat DS. Wow, yeah, you're right.
Do you have a PS5?
No. Do you?
PS5, I do. I love PS5 is pretty incredible. It's not legendary. It can't be legendary yet. I'm gonna go amazing because the controllers are bananas, bro. The new DualSense controllers, like
Are they nice?
incredible.
Yeah.
bro.
Honestly,
They're
dude,
like-
I would love to buy one. Honestly,
Dude,
but
they are just so good, so beefy, and the triggers are like I don't know even know what the term, but like for racing games, the triggers get like hard, so you can push on it nice and slow, like they're like adaptive triggers. But the thing is, like, it only comes with a terabyte of storage, which really is like 800 gigs after the operating system, and you can fit like 4 games. Like, it's just PlayStation 5. It's great, but there's the next gen, like the next iteration of, like, you know, the PS5 Slim or whatever will be very good, I think.
yeah, totally. Yeah, I haven't dabbled with that. I mean, my brother, he got an Xbox One, so I've played that. But any of the games I've played on Xbox One have just been games that you could play on the PlayStation
Xbox
5.
Series X,
Yeah, the Xbox. Yeah, sorry, Xbox.
whatever
Series,
the newest ones.
Series X. Yeah, the
The
one that looks
fridge.
like a PC kind of like.
Yeah, the mini fridge.
The Wii.
Come on, bro. This isn't even a discussion.
Amazing, right?
Amazing?
Right?
No,
Or
legendary.
legendary, right? Easily, right?
It might. Oh, we need to kind of order these. Are we going best to the
Yeah,
left?
let's go best. Ooh, yeah, I would say
Wii is
wow, you
number
can't-
one.
Oh, you can't move them after you put it there. Whoa.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that would be in my reverse order, to be honest. I would say the Wii is the best, then the Xbox, then the Switch.
I would agree with that. I
The
could be
Wii
down
was
with that.
such an amazing console. The Wii was the first time that we got our parents playing games. Like, how many
Yes.
times did your parents try Wii Sports or Wii whatever? Not only that, it's so built into our like culture that there's still memes of like Wii music and stuff. I mean, dude,
Exact-
you sent me the Wii Sports music vinyl.
Yeah.
Like, it's this that might be the most legendary console on this list, bro.
It really might be, dude, honestly, because you're so right. The way it captured everybody. Like, my parents, they never really played with me on the Xbox, none of that. But, like, dude,
No.
the Wii got everybody involved. Wii
Dude.
Sports, the making your own me, and like just, I remember I would like make one of all my friends and like just like play with that or whatever I was going to do.
Yeah.
And it was just, man, dude, the Wii was
And dude,
amazing.
every household had one me that was like so hideous
Yeah.
and like decrepit. Like every kid tried to make the ugliest me they possibly could at one point.
Yeah, I definitely made my whole family, and then they has them like all running around with each other and stuff.
Yeah, in the
And you
me
can, like,
central.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah,
like
dude.
zoom in and like see what they're doing and who they're talking to and stuff.
From a like a pop culture perspective, that might be the most legendary console on here. From like an actual gamer perspective, there might be a better one. But
Yeah. It's up there. It's definitely up for debate, no doubt about it. The next one is the PlayStation 4. I had a lot of good memories on the PlayStation 4.
see, I didn't, only because that was when I was like in college. So like I had
Like this is what I played FIFA on. Like when I was as competitive as possible with 2K, Madden, and FIFA, those sports games, I was playing it on the PlayStation 4.
How old were you?
22, 22. Like until I moved with you in California. Because I used to play
Okay.
a lot of like 2K and Madden.
Yeah, see, for
before
me,
that.
that time, which would have been for me like 19 to 21, obviously was the heart of college. Like I just wasn't playing games at all. For me, PS4, it has one of my favorite games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 5. Like one of my absolute favorite games of all time. But other than that, I don't really have like a ton of fond memories with the PS4. For me, like the super ultra competitive FIFA days, like was Xbox 360 because that was like end of high school for me.
That makes sense. Okay.
I'm
I'll
gonna go.
I'll put it decent if you want to put
I'm
it.
gonna put it decent.
Yeah.
I'll put it decent too. And it overheats and shit. Like,
Yeah, man, if we want to talk about overheating, we got one on this list that definitely was overheating. Holy shit.
this is a 3DS. This next one.
The 3DS, yeah, I believe so. So I don't even like how they split DS and 3DS, but they didn't give us, PSP or Game Boy.
Yeah, I
Like,
say we get 3DS off the list.
yeah,
We don't need that
you're
bullshit.
getting annoyed. Yeah,
Yeah.
three. And honestly, DS too. I don't want to judge DS against all of these if I'm not judging Game Boy and everything.
Well, the
else.
only thing is we did put the Wii U up there, and the Nintendo Switch is.
Well, the Wii U was a console too. It was just it was the buff version of the Wii that was
Oh.
also a mobile too.
Okay, yeah, let's take DS off.
Yeah. Screw DS. All right, next one, PS2. It's like Xbox and PS2 are like.
PS2, when I was talking about the argument of like if you're a gamer, there might be a better console. PS2 it's the best console ever made, and it's not even close. It's like so far better than everything else. It's not even close. Dude, when you consider like PS1 introduced us to Final Fantasy, Resident Evil, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, like Madden, like PlayStation 1 set the foundation for like gaming. Like Sony was like really on some shit. PlayStation 2 took that to the next level, dude. We got Metal Gear Solid, I believe, 2, and I don't know if Metal Gear Solid 3 was on. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 might be on PS3. We got Metal Gear Solid 2, we got all the new Resident Evils. We got the second gen Ratchet and Clank. Jak and Daxter. Remember Sly Cooper?
Yep.
You were the raccoon.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
I mean, dude, there are so many franchises that like that came from PlayStation 2.
yeah, and then
dude,
Tekken too, right?
oh, dude, all the fighting games, Tekken. I'm trying to think of what else was.
Soul
on
Calibur was on both.
Soul Calibur. I don't think at first. I think Soul
It
Calibur
might have not
used to
been.
be.
I had definitely had them both on Xbox and PS2 specifically because they had different characters in each one. So like the bonus character in Xbox was different than the bonus character in PS2.
I cannot even believe I forgot some of my favorite games. Kingdom Hearts, God of War, Shadow of the Colossus. Like
Yeah.
there are just
No, you
so
bring
many.
up a really good point, man. I agree, honestly.
That's the best console ever made, dude.
Yeah, that is, it's a piece of history, without a doubt. It is. Yeah, no, that is insane, honestly.
Dude,
Truly
MX
insane.
versus. Do you remember MX versus ATV? Remember the ATV Off Road Fury games?
I didn't play those.
Oh my god, dude! Gran Turismo.
Oh, Gran Turismo
Like-
for sure.
Like, dude, I'm sorry for being just fumbling at the mouth here, but PlayStation 2 is probably not only
Yeah,
is it my
because those are
favorite,
a lot of those are only PS2 games.
those are PlayStation exclusives. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What did the Xbox was incredibly iconic, but it really, I guess it had
Halo and Gears of War.
yeah. Then it had that one weird game too that was popular in the early 2000s. I forget the name of it. It was like you could be these different characters. Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but it was definitely a popular game. But yeah,
Do you
dude,
remember
you're right. A lot
Prince
of
of Persia?
Prince of Persia? Oh my God, yes.
That's PlayStation.
I think I played that on GameCube as well.
Oh,
Or my
really?
Dreamcast. Yeah, because I know the nice thing about GameCube and PS2, because they're both Japanese, or Nintendo and Sony, is that they would sometimes have some of like the Japanese titles together, like Sonic and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, maybe it's not an exclusive. Okay.
But yeah, I know the PS2 is undoubtedly goated. I feel bad that kids are so resource rich in this day and age that they don't know what it's like to go from basically nothing to like the Xbox, the PS2, the GameCube.
Yes. I
Like-
guess that's you said it way better than I ever could have. Like, even the PS1, the N64, they were cool consoles, but like Xbox and PS2 was like, what?
Shattered everything. Like it changed
Everything, dude.
everything from there. It did. And then the Wii kind of re-changed it again because it was like, what the fuck? I'm holding this stick and it's connected to
Exactly.
that sensor?
And PlayStation tried to compete with like the PS whatever those. Remember they had the balls on the end of them.
Yeah. That shit was weird.
Never
Super
played that
fucking
once
weird.
in my life.
And then fucking Xbox, the Xbox One tried to compete as well, and they had that one weird Xbox One thing. I forget the name of it. It was like a
Kinect.
camera. Kinect, yeah, the Kinect.
That's the one that was in Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's like
I think
Paranormal
you're
Activity
right.
4 or something.
Yeah.
Where they
Damn.
used that to track the
the
ghosts.
Xbox Kinect. Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't really ever use that. That's on the barely a console. That was on the Xbox
Yeah,
One.
I remember using it because one of the games my mom liked to play with us was that game Just Dance.
Oh
You have
yeah.
to dance and stuff. So we would play that on the Wii, but you have to like use the stick. But the Kinect was like your full silhouette a little bit more. So my mom
Oh,
would play with us a little bit more on that.
that's actually
But-
dope.
But it was cool. But it was just like you just play it once and you're good for like a while.
Yeah.
Okay, next the Xbox Series X.
This, I hate to say it, this might be the only D console.
I have experience with this console. I think it's organized really well. I love the operating system. I've played as I fell in love with anime during the pandemic. This was the console I used because I didn't have a PS5 and my little brother had this one to play like all of these like anime games and stuff like that were just on both PlayStation consoles and Xbox. They were just like in the store. So the way I kind of view this console is just like going to their store and just like on the web and just like everything's organized kind of like a PC. Like I kind of like that. But I mean,
It
there's
is
not a
very-
specific title that I'm defending. It's like what I could have done with this, I could have done with a PlayStation 5. So it's like
It is very the Xbox has now become more of like a media hub than a console.
yeah, it's like that's what it seems like. And I honestly, there's no way that the Xbox compares to PS5 sales. There's no way.
We'll look it up real quick, but this I can't even.
Yeah,
imagine
it's
close.
probably honestly, Xbox Series X sales compared to PS1 or PS5.
Yeah, it's not even close. Let's see. As of May of 2023,
I'm gonna guess that PS5 has sold 30 to 40 to 50% more consoles.
you're very close. Total PS5 consoles sold just under 36 million. This was as of May, so we're
Okay.
3 months ahead. Xbox Series X, 21 million.
Yeah, that feels right. Like that just feels like it has a
PlayStation
place.
5 has
But I would, if you gave me $800 to buy one of these, I'm buying the PS5 probably.
Yeah, PS5 has 62% market share.
Yeah, so I would, from my personal experience, I can't put it in D just because it just ran well. Like I don't know what else to say. Like it worked. It worked.
I mean, I guess
well.
barely a
It was
console
well
is just as-
organized. It was gave me a good experience. Okay.
Barely a console is just as disrespectful, so I'm cool with that.
The N64. This one's precious to me. This was my first console.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it. That's legendary. That's the crazy thing. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I mean, that's legendary. I mean, dude, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, original Super Smash Bros., original Mario Kart. Like, you can't, it's so good.
Yeah, that is like the true
Pokemon,
of
Pokemon Stadium,
Yep.
Pokemon Snap.
Yep. That's like the real beginning of like Nintendo's. Like
That
they
was
had
the
Game Boy, and then when they made the N64, that's when they started shitting.
That was the beginning of my gaming. That was like my uncle had an N64, and he was like, "Yo, we're playing GoldenEye, we're playing Mario Kart, we're playing Zelda." Like, that was it.
Yeah, and dude, I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skating game on there too. I played.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a big blue cartridge. I'll never forget it. It was big. It was big.
For me,
and
it was
blue.
PS1.
Really? Yeah, you probably totally could have played it on there too. That's where I played it. Yeah, man, because I got that console in the late '90s as we were moving from Chicago back to Phoenix, and as we were waiting for our house to be built, I lived at my grandmother's house for a few months, and that's when I got this. Was like I think around that time, and I just have such fond memories of sitting in one of the rooms of my grandmother's house, just playing the N64 and just being so immersed, and that was like my first time of being immersed with like a handheld controller into a TV while playing the game, and it's just the magic I felt as a kid doing that. That console will always have such. I have one in my room, but I don't. Obviously, it's like wrapped up away because it's like there's nothing to really do on it. But yeah, man, beautiful console. All right, next one, PlayStation 1. I have really no experience with it, but I know it's iconic as fuck.
It's funny you say that because for me, like I said, N64 was my first, like, I'm actually gaming. PS1 is like such fond, nostalgic memories of like watching my dad play because I was just, like 5 or 6 where I'm not really doing much. Like, he would definitely let me play a little bit, but like, that was like the first console that I remember. Like, you turn that bitch on and you hear the startup sounds with the 2 diamonds. Like, that is like super, super iconic. But for me personally, I think PS2 just did it better. Like,
Yeah,
PS2 did everything better. And so I'm going to put this at amazing just because.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. It definitely. Yeah, only thing I remember playing on it was like, I think Garrett had a PlayStation 1 and he had some games on there. Was there a Final Fantasy on PlayStation 1 or did it start on PS2?
No. There was probably like a good 3 or 4 Final Fantasies on PlayStation 1.
Really? Yeah, I think that's where it was then. Yeah. Damn, man. To just go
Final
back
Fantasy
in time.
7 is from PS1 actually, which is like the best one.
Damn, that's fucking nuts.
Let's see how many it has. Dude, there was in the franchise, there was 12 games, but really there was 9. No, really there was like 8 actual Final Fantasy story games. Final Fantasy 7 is so good. I just played the remake actually like 3 months ago for the second time through. It's so good.
Damn, that's fucking tight.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna put PS1 at amazing.
Yeah, I'm totally chill with that. Xbox 360, another very, very interesting console.
As much as I am if you know when I'm going through the pearly gates, they say Xbox or PlayStation. I'm going PlayStation, and it's not even close. However, the Xbox 360 was the absolute heyday of me and my boys gaming and like my childhood. Xbox 360 is the absolute goat, dude. Just like those were the OG,
bro.
Those were the OG Call of Duty days. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
that's like, dude, hop on. We're gonna play Modern Warfare.
Halo 2, Halo 3,
Exactly.
I think Halo 2 was on Xbox, but Halo 3, which was like my opinion, the best Halo, that was on there.
I'm getting chills, bro. I'm getting chills. Like,
you know what it was too? It was also like such a the Xbox and PlayStation 2 was like such like a jump from like what was there previously. But the 360 came out before the PlayStation 3 did.
Yes.
And it was just like, holy shit, this is so clean. Like the graphics were just so good in comparison.
Well, and the crazy thing too was this was the first console that I remember where you would get over-the-air updates. So like, do you remember when the Xbox 360 first came out and the menu was like the pages that they would slide? You would slide through the pages.
Yes.
And then it got updated again and it became a different menu. Do you remember that?
Yes. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, and you had like then there was like a point where they gave you like an avatar and like.
Oh, dude, remember like the kid with it was like the guy with the beanie and blowing the bubble gum?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because Xbox 360 came out in November of 2005.
Yes.
In the U.S.
Wow. Okay, so I was in the 6th grade. And when does PlayStation 3 come out? 2006 or 7?
The following year, November 2006.
Yeah. Because so they beat them to it a year, and that year made a big difference for me and all of my friends.
Xbox 360, dude, I had a buddy that lived across the street from me. I didn't have an Xbox 360 for probably like the first 2 or 3 years that it was out. For me, I would go across the street to my buddy Chad's house and we would just play Call of Duty all night, bro. Just all night. Like that was like the heyday of like, I had friends from like Canada and like friends that I had met online in every state you could imagine, and we would all hop on together.
Yeah, that's beautiful, dude. That's beautiful.
And
yeah,
one
the
of my
Xbox 360, man, I remember that red ring of death, though. I'll tell you that. When it would overheat.
My God, dude.
Oh my God.
Well, do you remember? This like sounds made up. Do you remember that you would actually have to wrap it in towels and like overheat it more to get the red ring of death to go away?
I never did that. No. Did you do
Bro,
that?
Yeah, dude. You would, dude, to fix the red ring of death, you would wrap your Xbox 360 in towels to like superheat it, and it would fix the red. Let me look it up.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's so funny. God, that like. Yes, bro. Look, let me see it. Let me send you this thing. Oh, dude. How to do the Xbox 360 towel trick.
No shit. Wow.
Yes, dude. Look. Oh my God, man. Oh, you know what? It's not gonna let us share because the tier list is up, but I'll put it in for the. Oh, okay, here we go.
It's done anyways.
Make sure your Xbox 360 has the 3 red lights, known as the red ring of death. Get enough towels to cover up the whole system. Remove everything from the Xbox 360, including the external hard drives, wired controllers, games, except for the power supply. Wrap your Xbox 360 with the towels. While wrapped, plug your 360's power supply into the wall socket and turn it on. Usually you'll get the red ring of death. Let it run for 15 to 20 minutes. After, turn the Xbox 360 off. Let it cool for 20 minutes. Plug everything back in and turn on again.
What?
I fucking told you, dude. Yeah, dude. Who the fuck figured this out?
I wonder what the top. So with the extreme overheating, what is that solving? I wonder. That's so fascinating.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. I fucking remember the red ring of death. I knew that was the thing. Dude. Real quick, put our tier list back up. Let's give it one
just
final.
Just looking
kinda
at
overview.
that Xbox 360 button, I can like feel it. I can feel it on my finger.
And you can hear it. Remember it would like just beep on?
Yep. Yep.
All right. So definitely going to clip this for those of you that aren't watching the long form, but for those of you that stuck with us, thank you guys so much. Let us know what you think. I mean,
yeah.
Did we disrespect your favorite console? Did we look at this with just a little bit too much nostalgia? What do you think of our? I would say we're.
No,
I would say I'm a casual. No, but I would say I'm like a casual gamer. I would say I'm not.
Definitely a casual gamer for me. Like definitely, it's completely casual. But
compared to most people our age, but we also are getting games when they're coming out. Like new Pokemon comes out,
oh yeah, certain titles. If there's a new Mario Kart, if there's a new, Super Smash, new Pokemon, a new Mario game, like Mario Golf, you told me to get that, bought that, that was a slam dunk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain titles, but for the most part,
a lot of the new Mario games, unfortunately, have felt very unfinished. Like I was looking forward to Mario Strikers. Yeah, dude. I was looking forward to Mario Strikers.
Mario Strikers, holy shit, I forgot about that one.
That's what I'm saying. I played Mario Strikers on N64
That one's kind of crazy though, dude. That one was nuts. That was a good time. Good Strikers on Switch is a good time though. Still.
Oh, it is a good time,
It's
but
a good
also like
time.
I think you and I and F, we played it like what, twice together, and like I was looking forward to that game for like a year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I was living with Alex when I played it, and we played it a lot. Like,
Oh, really?
we played it so much, bro, because we were trying to unlock things, and like we were trying to figure out like how to perk out the characters, like the best
like
way
you're
possible.
looking up builds.
Yeah, because
like
you
the best
go in like
builds.
that mode where you fight those certain teams, and it's like 5 fucking like Yoshis, and they all have like a certain skill set, and they're just like super nice with passing or whatever.
It's funny because I will say the Nintendo games, Lena and I play together so much. Like we played when Switch first came out with the retro games, we played all the Donkey Kong countries together.
Wow, really?
Dude, we played all the Donkey Kong countries. We've played a considerable amount of hours of Strikers, and Lena has kicked my ass a few times.
What's interesting is that I find that to be common with everybody. The Nintendo Switch is female friendly. Any female I've been in like good intimacy with, like they typically don't like to play video games for the most part. But the Nintendo ones, whether it's the Mario or like the more simpler games like Astro Bears or Overcooked, whatever it is, it's like it's a very welcoming console to all people.
Oh my god, dude! Overcooked had us in an absolute chokehold for months, dude. We played both the Overcooks. We played the extra helpings or whatever, just desserts. Oh my god, dude! Overcooked was so good.
Yeah, what's your personality like when you're playing Overcooked?
It brings out the worst in me.
Oh yeah, me and you would probably play good then together.
Oh really?
Because the way my body likes to react to Overcooked. For those of you that don't know, Overcooked is a game that's very, very interesting. It's very, very simple. Basically, you're in a kitchen and you have to fulfill the orders that come up on the screen. Like,
yeah. Do you remember Diner Dash from back in the day?
No.
Diner Dash was like a flash game, and it was all it is Overcooked. Overcooked is just the newest version of Diner Dash. You're running a restaurant. Orders pop up. You have to cook certain ingredients, put them together, and send them to the
exactly. And you have to put them in a certain way. Then you have to like clean your dishes even. Like it's
But it's super simplified.
Super
There's
simple.
just one stick to move, one button to throw, and one button to pick up, and that's it. Like it's super simplified, but it just gets faster and faster and faster.
Yes, 100%.
It brings out the absolute worst in me. Like there's been times where Lena and I were like, let's sit down and play Overcooked, and then after Overcooked, we're like, don't fucking talk to me.
Dude, that's so funny you say that because when I was playing with Alex and his girlfriend Erica's like, Sebastian, I don't like you anymore. Because I'm like, it's like my mind is like trying to move like so fast, and I'm like talking and shit, and it's just like I get aggressive. Like I wanna
When we play with like all four of us, like we play with my brother-in-law and his fiance a lot. I'm definitely like I'm the chef. I'm the top chef. I'm master chef. Like you go here, you do this. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm doing the call outs. For sure.
Yeah. And you need someone that's doing that, and it's just what it is. So, oh, what a fun game, dude! What a fun game. Well, yeah, this is a tier list. If you don't like it, let us know.
Yeah. So this has been honestly, I feel like a great episode. It's kind of a bit longer than I anticipated. But,
yeah, somehow it ended up being longer. We didn't even have that much on the docket. So that's fascinating.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So, as always, thank you guys so much for listening. It's been a wonderful show, wonderful week. Episode 8. I'm excited for episode 800. Hopefully, you guys continue to support us, like, comment, let us know. You can find this obviously Spotify, Apple Podcasts for the long form, YouTube if you want to watch the video, which I recommend. I love video podcasts, and I think that a lot of our production goes into the video. And then everywhere else that you deplete your dopamine. Instagram,
Exactly.
TikTok.
the whole team. Yep.
Yeah, the whole team.
All right, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a good week.
I will see you guys next week.